Welcome to Biomed Global. This video is about cell types in living organisms. As you might be aware, there are two types of cell, prokaryotic cells like bacteria and eukaryotic cells, that is plant cell as well as animal cell. Let's start with prokaryotic cells. These cells do not have nucleus, and prokaryotic cells are found in organisms that we call them as prokaryotes. And prokaryotes do not have membrane-bound cellular organelles or nucleus inside the cell. The genetic material of prokaryotic organism is in a structure known as nucleoid. And examples of prokaryotic organism is like bacteria, Escherichia coli. The main components of a prokaryotic cell are a cell wall, plasma membrane, a cytoplasm, deoxyribonucleic acid, that is a genetic material, and ribosome, the protein synthesizing machinery. So what about the eukaryotic cell? Eukaryotic cells are the cells having a nucleus and cellular organelles enclosed within a plasma membrane. These cells are found in organisms that we call as eukaryotes, and membrane enclosed structure performs specific functions within the eukaryotic cells like mitochondria, chloroplasts, and Golgi bodies. There are two groups of eukaryotic cells, plants and animals. In coming few slides, we will be talking about differences and similarities between eukaryotic cells and prokaryotic cell. However, here is a diagram of eukaryotes and prokaryotes. As you can see over here, eukaryotic cell mainly have a membrane enclosed nucleus over here, whereas prokaryotic cell, they do not have nucleus, one of the defining features that differentiate between eukaryotic and prokaryotic cells. So here are the general morphological differences between prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Prokaryotic cells are unicellular, whereas eukaryotic cells are multicellular. The size of prokaryotic cell range between 1 to 10 micrometer, whereas the size of eukaryotic cell range between 10 to 100 micrometer. And in prokaryotic cell membrane is covered with a cell wall that makes these cells highly rigid in nature. In case of eukaryotic cell, there is a lipid bilayer covering the cell, and several cell transport and other proteins are also found in this bilayer. And examples of prokaryotic cells are like bacteria, cyanobacteria, whereas eukaryotic cells are the animal cell, plant cell, fungal cells, and protists also fall in the category of eukaryotic cells. There are also internal structure difference between prokaryotes and eukaryotic cells. And here is the description about these. Like in prokaryotic cell, there is no cytoskeleton, whereas eukaryotic cell has cytoskeleton that shape the eukaryotic organism structure. And you might be familiar that cell forming the tissue and tissue forming the organs and so on, and cytoskeletal proteins play an important role. Prokaryotic cells lacks mitochondria, and the energy production is on the membrane, and there are several enzymes that are involved in the production of energy for the prokaryotic cells. As far as eukaryotic cells are concerned, mitochondria are the internal organelles, and they are involved in the production of energy through metabolism. Prokaryotic cells lacks nucleus, DNA is in the center, and the area where the DNA is present, it's known as nucleoid. In eukaryotic cell, there is a well-defined nucleus with nuclear membrane, and inside the nucleus there are chromosomes. In prokaryotic cell, there are no histone protein with the chromosomal DNA, whereas eukaryotic cell has specific feature. There are presence of histone protein with the chromosomal DNA. Furthermore, in prokaryotic cells, cytoplasm lacks cellular organelles. In eukaryotic cell, that cytoplasm has several cellular organelles, including Golgi bodies, lysosome, mitochondria, nucleus, and so on. And in prokaryotic cell, protein synthesizing machinery, ribosomes are freely present in the cytoplasm. And in eukaryotic cell, ribosomes are present on specific structure, which is known as endoplasmic reticulum. As far as the cell differentiation and development is concerned, there are differences between the prokaryotic and eukaryotic cell. For example, in prokaryotic cell, the ribonucleic acid and protein synthesis take place in the cytoplasm. However, in eukaryotic cell, RNA synthesis and its processing is within the nucleus, whereas protein synthesis is in the cytoplasm. In prokaryotic cells, the cell division is through binary fission. However, in eukaryotic cell, mitosis is the process through which cell divides in all these eukaryotic organisms. In prokaryotic cell, there are no sex cells, and in eukaryotic cell, there are well-defined sex cells, and the formation of sex cells is through the meiotic process. Thank you very much for watching this video. I'm looking forward to your comments and question if you have it. And I will also appreciate if you subscribe to our channel, Biomed Global. All the best.